Ooh. G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. So, I did a thing. I did a big thing. Something that I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time. It's a pretty big thing. I bought a GQ. This is something that I wanted to buy for at least 5 or 6 years maybe. For a very, very long time.
Now you wanna stay the night. Pretty how you work hard for me. We're forgetting how to talk. Nah, I don't like no humble beats. Just go and slice it up. Now it's time to marinate. And right after we're done, I like it when you're looking like that.
Yeah, so I bought a Patrol. Finally, after years and years of me wanting to buy one, I decided over Christmas break that, with permission off Beck, I was allowed to buy a Patrol. So, a few details about this thing. I paid $5,000 for it on the dot, which is cool. That's exactly what I wanted to spend, no more, no less. And I think I got a pretty good deal. So it's a 1991 Nissan Patrol GQ. So it's a TD42 auto. The story that I've been told about this particular one is, and my research as well, is that a auto TD back in these days was pretty rare. So they usually came in an auto option in the TB, which is the petrol version, but not in the TD, so which is the diesel version. So this was, from my understanding and the story that I was told, was that it was a special order TD42 automatic version, and it's also a TI spec'd model, which is why it's got the flared guards already on it. So that's another thing. And then the colour, which is it is a factory colour, so it's olive green. I did send a message through to Nissan Instagram. They tried to do some research on it for me to find out a bit more information on this particular build, but because it's so old, there's no real digital information on it, unfortunately. So, well, I did want a manual TD, but this popped up, and because it was a sort of rare option, I think it's pretty cool. It is naturally aspirated, so non-turboed, and over the next year or so, my plans are pretty big. I'll just start it up and show you, because it does have a knock. So what happened was, apparently the guy before me that had it, he reckoned it dropped the oil. He turned it off straight away, and then topped up the oil and everything. And now it has what he said was a rod knock. But I'll start the video up, or I'll start it up, and I'll show you exactly what it sounds like. So yeah, you can hear that knock, but if you rev it up a bit, it does disappear. I've shown a couple of people like that knock, and two mechanics have both said before you pull the motor out and do anything, change the injectors, because it's pretty common that these can drop the oil and then it'll cause a injector knock. So the simple thing is I will you know, pull the injectors out and replace them and see if that does do anything, because it'd be awesome if I didn't have to rebuild it. But at the same time, if I do have to rebuild it, that's no big deal. I'm happy that I bought this particular motor, because I've always wanted to do a rebuild on a motor of some sort, just for personal satisfaction and to test myself out and do that sort of thing. So if I do have to rebuild the motor, that's no big deal. I'll source the right information and the right people to help me to be able to do that. But yeah, I'll do it properly. I do want to turbo it, because we all know the TD42 NA is gutless. So I will turbo it. I just want to put about 15 PSI into it eventually. And then some other future plans is GU diffs, because they're way stronger. Pretty stoked on this build, or this project car. I'm definitely not going to rush into it and go crazy at the start. I just want to tinker along with it over the next year or so and build it up to be what I want it to be. So yeah, GU diffs, 35s as a minimum. I want to keep it low and wide, so I only want to do a 2-inch lift in it, and I want to get as much droop out of it as I physically can, because I think that's where it's at in these cars. Just got to keep them super light and super capable. I'll do reduction gears, but my whole plan for this build is to do as much as I physically can. You know, everything, wiring, any fab work. There is a little bit of rust on the roof and a little bit in the engine bay on the body, but it's nothing. The floor is all good, everything is all good. It's just got your standard leaks and bits and pieces, but yeah, I'll just fix all that up as I go along. Yeah, I just want to make it super reliable but super capable, and I'm really excited to own one of these now. So like I said, it's something that I've wanted to do for a long time. Might seem like right now everyone is jumping on the GQ train, might seem like that, but yeah, it's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and the prices of them are really ridiculous at the moment. So I think for $5,000, yeah, with this one it's got 349,000 on it, so yeah, it's pretty good condition, to be honest with you. The body's pretty straight, it's only a few minor dings here and there, but this is my new build. The Ranger is staying for now, but you know, if someone was to offer me the right price, I'd probably take it and then chuck a heap of cash at this and yeah, get this thing going. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you my new project, which I'm very excited about. So stay tuned, guys. Yeah, if you got any questions about it, drop them down below in the comments and I'll get back to you. And also, if you've got any recommendations of companies to use, like for parts and things like that, I'm still like finding my way through the internet and looking for the best quality components to use on this build. So yeah, I want to do everything properly, do it once. Like I said, do everything that I physically can myself. There's a few people that I've been talking to about stuff on it, but yeah, I'm pretty keen to get this thing going. So yeah, if you got any suggestions of what I should do, shouldn't do, yeah, drop them down below. Love to hear your thoughts on it, but stay tuned. And yeah, hopefully I can create some sick content for you guys out of this thing and turn it into a full off-road rock crawling animal. That's my plans. So yeah, cheers guys, and yeah, see you on the next one. Oh, I'm so stoked about this build.